Hello, welcome back to another episode of Pillars of Eternity. It's been a long time, guys. It's been a long time. But there has been some roadworks outside, so you might hear some loud traffic noises because all the things are just stopping right in front of my window. But anyway, let's start again, or let's continue with our adventure. Mortarion just arrived in Gilded Vale, so let's just walk
I'll take care of it.
Let's waltz in. And let's see what this town is about. We were actually promised land, so hopefully we'll get that land as well. Uh-oh.
You must be one of the new settlers. Welcome to Gilded Vale. You'll be pleased to know that we've had some recent vacancies here.
Really? You have recent vacancies? You don't say so. Alright. Do you welcome everyone this way? The only answer you hear is the buzzing of flies from the tree. Nice.
Of course, we'll need to make some inquiries first. The inestimable Lord Radric VII has taken great pains to insulate our town from Widewind's legacy. Have you ever sired a Hollowborn child?
What? No?
Are you absolutely certain? Lord Radric has made it his first priority to eliminate this scourge from our village. I should warn you, stranger. Here in Gilded Vale, we have a special place for dissidents, charlatans, and those who would hide a curse in our midst.
Yeah. Him looking at a death godlike, yeah. You could say it's a curse.
His lordship's wife is with child and due any day now. Without his approval, I shan't be able to find you a permanent settlement. It will have to wait until after the birth. We can continue our interview then, after the bell tolls from Radric's hold to signal my lord's new heir. In the meantime, you can find temporary accommodations at the inn, just southwest of here.
Great. So we travel here. There are loads of people hanging from a tree, and we don't get our promised land because we're waiting for a bloody kid. Okay, fine. Whatever. I'd like to report the murder. The magistrate raises a brow. As is your duty, what happened? The man called Nonton has killed his friend Purdy out in the wilds. A cruel and cowardly deed, if indeed it occurred at all. What evidence do you have? I'll find some. Urgrate nods slowly. These are not accusations to make lightly. Yeah, we don't want to say that we had a vision, do we? Not yet, at least. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to ask. It's important that everyone in Gilded Vale understands our rules. Okay. I've been feeling strange ever since a close call with Biavik. Is there someone in town who could help?
Whatever your problem, it sounds like a matter for an animancer. However, the only animancer in Gilded Vale isn't in any condition to speak. Consider yourself fortunate. After she failed Lord Radric, we saw to it that she wouldn't profit from the misplaced trust of others. A bad cure is often worse than none at all.
Whoops.
But if you're set on finding a bottle of troll piss or a dead Audra pebble to rub on your forehead, you're welcome to check her pockets. A little corpse stink is nothing when you're digging for shit. My advice, however, is to be satisfied that you escaped and leave it at that.
Okay. So apparently we are not getting cured, if we can be at all. Right, you said something about Hollowborn and Vaidwen's legacy before. He blinks. I forget that you foreigners do not have this curse in your homelands. The Hollowborn have been a scourge upon the Drywood for almost 15 years now. He lowers his voice to a whisper. Children born without souls. He shakes his head. Pitiful, dumb things that breed, barely, but do not truly live. Some say the Hollowborn are a disease. Some say they are punishment from the gods. He raises his empty hands. In truth, no one knows, but they began spreading after the Saints' War, and so the name Vaidwen's legacy stuck in honor of that foul, blasphemous pretender. His voice shakes with vitriol. Okay, I see. Lord Radric's decrees may seem strict at times, but he has our best interest at heart, he nods. Okay. Let's do number 3 as well. Before I got here, I saw several people conducting a strange ceremony near some ruins. He regards you carefully. You'll want to mind where you mention that. Trespassing on Engvithan ruins is illegal, not to mention dangerous. You probably saw someone attempting some new ritual to appease the gods. People will try anything these days. Barath have mercy, we certainly have. Well, I can't convince this guy, can I? Maybe so. Like I said, it's best to stay away from those sorts of places. Okay, goodbye.
Keep out of...
Listen!
2 tolls. Let that be the last.
3. Gods have mercy.
It seems your arrival is ill-timed. 3 bells toll only for the death of a Radric. I fear Lord Radric's heir is lost, or else Hollowborn, and so lost all the same. You should tread carefully. Circumstances have changed a great deal.
What? What happened? He shrugs one bony shoulder. I will know more details when these messengers arrive. The vigorous of childbirth, perhaps, but that is not your concern. Well, it is my concern if I don't get my land that was promised to me. Does this affect the Lord's offer to new settlers? I can be sure of nothing right now. I advise you to get some rest, the inn, or a stable for all I care. Find me afterwards. I will know more soon enough. That's just brilliant, isn't it, guys? It's brilliant. Farewell. Look at these poor people. Okay, so Ingrid's house, windmill, Black Hammer Smithery, that's the roads, and that's the inn, and that's Ophryn's house. So let's have a look-see around the town first before we go to the inn. What's this? Oh. And of course, grab everything we can. What's in here? Goldroad 2, what's that? Speed instant. Staple of the Dravidian countryside, Goldroad 2 is a favorite of farmers who swear by the minor boost in energy it provides. Those who use it often find that they feel sluggish when they stop. The chew is made from the root of the golden celery plant. Okay, drugs, nice. I'll take it. What's in here? Oh, people. Rats. Ooh. As you near, you feel a vibrant history contained in the essence of this woman's soul. Voices from its past seem to call out to you. Okay guys, so it seems this episode will be more of me reading all these stories up for you guys if you want to listen to. There will be a few parts that actually take the main story forward or advance some things. So I'll put annotations on the video so you can skip to that part. But anyway, let's read the story. Reach out for the soul. You see a crowded marketplace, vendor stores lining the road, their proprietors' voices calling out to passers-by to come sample their wares. This woman wanders through this throng, strolling hand in hand with another woman. They peruse the vendor's goods, tearing at a book merchant with a number of old and beautiful tomes, chatting with one another about what they see. One will pick up a book and show it to the other, who will take it, comment on it, and place it back on its shelf. Then the first will snatch up the book again and quickly pay the merchant before the other can snatch it back. They walk away from the market weighed down by packs filled with books, still hand in hand, standing close, comfortable and familiar with each other. As they pass down a somewhat deserted street, an object suddenly hits this woman in the chest and bounces off, rolling away towards one of the buildings. The women stop and look at the object, an apple, and then back up at the person who threw it. There is nothing special about him aside from the angry look on his face and the two other apples he holds. Before either woman can move, the man draws back and throws another one at them, this time hitting the second woman in the forehead. He yells at them something derisive and hateful, something about the legacy and about responsibilities. The woman raises her hand to her head and wipes the juice and bits of fruit from her face and stares the man down defiantly. The first woman squeezes her hand and puts the other on her companion's shoulder, attempting to calm her down. The other woman pulls a book from her pack and holds it before her, muttering under her breath. She pulls her hand free and waves it above the book, an aura forming around her. The first woman is still trying to calm her down, but all she says goes unheard. The man, uncaring of the events happening in front of him, draws back and throws the last apple. As it arcs through the air towards them, the second woman brings up her hand and points at the apple. A glowing orb of energy flies from her hand and strikes the apple, causing it to explode, raining bits of apple down the road and buildings around them. The man's face changes, anger joined by fear, looking like he's trying to decide if running or attacking is the better course of action. The second woman has started chanting again, her hand glowing, her eyes narrowing. This woman steps in front of her, placing herself between her love and their attacker. She touches her face, gently stroking it while whispering calming words. A kiss. The woman's countenance changes. She calms, her eyes softening, her lips regaining the lost smile. The first woman smiles again as well and kisses the other. "Wizard scum!" the man behind them says, and the two women turn to face him, staring him down defiantly. They join hands and begin walking again, moving past him without so much as a sideways glance. Interesting. And there's the book in her hand. Is this her lover? Let's see, reach out for the soul. You see a key turn gently, steady, and hear a ghostly click as the door swings inward. Two figures slip in, locking the door behind them, and begin their prowl. Their hunt is efficient, and it takes them little time to acquire a sizable collection of documents and oddly shaped velvet pouches. Quick hands fill pockets, rucksacks, bags. The door opens downstairs and everything freezes. Footsteps, a tired giggle. The thieves are all eye whites and short breath as they empty their pockets of all but the necessities, anything noisy hurriedly replaced. Silence from downstairs, then tentative steps up the staircase. A voice calls out. One thief creeps forward, the other gesticulating wildly for him to return. He continues forward, crouching by the banister. He sees a gaudy shoe and shoves. The woman falls with a cut-off scream, rolling lifelessly to the floor below. Swearing, the second thief grabs her brother, and they make their escape, collecting whatever of value they can on their way out. Ooh. She's a thief! And she's a wizard, and they are not lovers, or we don't know. Interesting story. What else is there? Okay, so if it's red, does that mean would be stealing? Well, this one was not red, and it's a book. I think if it's red, it's stealing, and I don't want to steal. Okay, that was some interesting story. Right there, what's here? It's a guy. Anything we can take? No. Oh, there's a door and a crate. Let's get that one. That's just a generic NPC. Let's take those and let's see what's inside here. Aha! You murderer! Ingrid. This man and woman appear to have been deep in conversation, working at closing two bulging satchels. They move to embrace until the woman notices your approach and pauses, her smile faltering a little.
Welcome.
Can we help you? She looks to her companion, brows furrowing with confusion. Do you know this man, Nonton? Nonton coughs. Yes, I think we met in the Valewood. I warned him about the bear. He inclines his head. Glad to see you have made it. Was there something else you wanted? I know what really happened in that bear cave, Nonton. The color drains from Nonton's face. I don't know what you mean. I told you the truth of it. Are you accusing him of something? Ingrid looks to Nonton, touching his arm. If this is about the accident, we are both grieving Pearlie's loss, but it was a wild animal's doing. Nonton shakes his head minutely. You see a tremble in his hands. What would make you suggest such a thing? Whoa. Yeah, let's do this. I had a vision in the cave. I saw Pearlie's last moments as he lived them. I saw you cut him with the knife. That's not possible, Nonton stares at you. How could you possibly know? His hand falls to his sword belt. I left no sign. Nonton, wait. Ingrid raises a hand. I don't know what you saw in that cave, but this isn't what you think. Pearlie, my husband, he was as much a beast as that bear. Really? I tried to leave him. I tried to leave the first time I suffered his temper, but he wouldn't have it. She looks away, expression pained. Nonton, we met, and I knew I found someone special, someone kind, who cared for me. Please, all we want is to leave this place. To start somewhere else. She looks down at the satchels. With some coins saved up. You could have it if you'll only let us go. We promised to avenge it. We promised to avenge the spirit. So we will keep our word. And we will attack them. And see how this goes. Pearly doesn't get a second chance. You two don't deserve one either. Blind fool, Norton draws his blade. You won't take this from us, not from that wretch. Not for that wretch. Well, we promised it, so here we go.
I need something sharper.
Wow. They are really strong. Oops. Okay. That's fine, let's leave them alone. I mean, wow, they were strong. I didn't know I was so weak. What? Okay, let's go this way then. We know there's more grain in there, Tumble. We won't settle for scraps while you grow fat on your crops. The first of you drunkards comes through that door gets a shot between the eyes. Gods hear me, Swainer. I'll put you down like a dog. Come away for now, lads. But we'll be back, Trumbull. And we'll have fair prices, or by the flame, we'll have a reckoning. Ooh. Interesting. Anything to pick up? Oh, I saw something there. Mushrooms. Let's get the mushrooms. Yummy, yummy mushrooms. An elven man stands before you. He's relatively stocky build, suggesting a life of labor. His face is pale and drawn, and his eyes wide. Behind him, a younger man and woman exchange worried glances. The miller raises a club as you enter. It shakes violently in his grip. Get back if you value your life. Hold on, I'm not here to hurt anyone. No, that's true. The miller hesitates, then lowers the club a fraction. Who are you? Is Sveiner roping foreigners into his little crusade now? What was that ruckus outside? Trumbull shakes his head. Where to begin? Svenner's whipped them up into a froth, going on about the grain stores. Claims I've hidden away most of it. All I do with the grain is sell it. I can't crate it out of thin air, and I can't hand it out for free. I pay the farmers for the crops they bring in, and I sell what comes out of the mill. Most of it goes to the Black Pound on the west side of the town for ale, and Sveiner and his lot sure don't mind that part. Obviously, they like drinking. You take a look at the fields on the way in town. The crop's blighted, and most of what I'm getting from the farmers. Trumbull gestures to the sacks and continues. It's gone off, rotten through. I can't pay top prices for blighted wheat, and I've barely got enough grain to go round. Sveiner's hauling after things he has no right to. Okay, seems like a pretty clean story for a messy situation. It's not, he pauses. Look, Sveiner's always been a rotten bastard. With stores so limited, maybe I save the good stuff for people who deserve it. Ophra, for instance, she's expecting a child. Should I let her starve instead? Not sure which to choose. I don't have 14 resolve, so I can't use that. Would be nice. Do the villagers know about the grain supply? Trumbull looks embarrassed. Some. The innkeeper, for instance. It's better not to worry anyone. I'll be trading for supplies soon enough. If we can just keep things calm until then, we'll be in the clear. The innkeeper? I wouldn't drink the ale, is all I'm saying. Okay. Right, I'll help you out, don't worry. Maybe I ought to go have a talk with Sveino then. I'll be grateful if you did. He won't listen to me anymore, but maybe you will have better luck. Tell him we are all having a hard time of it, and we'll all have to make some sacrifices. We'll be in your debt for it if you can convince him. Okay. What's in there? It's probably stealing here again. It's the grain! It's the grain! They have 2 grain that they are not giving to people. Stories? No. Story? No. Okay, so we have this. I've seen that. Let's go to the blacksmith and then to the inn. Oh no, we need to go to Afra's house first. So we go to the blacksmith, we go over here, then go down to the inn. Yeah. Sounds like a plan. It's the smithery! Let's go in, go in. This guy, probably the smith. This Alma man is of an impressive build, towering above the countertop. His skin is the dusky blue of the deeper oceans, and his thick arms boast corded muscle. Small ears frame a square-jawed face, coated in smeared soot and arcing black tattoos alike. He offers you a broad smile as you approach. Welcome. You're the first new face I've seen in quite some time. What can I do for you? Ooh. He is happy to have customers, it seems. Is this your shop? That it is. Been here near 120 years now. Seen all manner of things over the years. Good luck and bad. He glances at the guard standing watching along the wall, but the black hammer smithery remains. All right. What do you have here? You come to us at a strange time, I'm afraid. The stock's not what it used to be, but we have fine weapons and armor to offer yet. All forged right here at the Black Hammer. Right, so what happened? We just don't have the supplies. Been expecting the next delivery for near on a week now, and haven't seen a sign of it. Have to expect they were hit by bandits. The road out east is crawling with them, or my workers ran off with the wagon themselves, maybe to make some coin. As if that lot would dare. If you happen to be headed that way, maybe you could keep an eye out for a supply wagon. Or my shipment at least. They'd be cutting through the Black Meadow, I expect. Only good word for it. As it is, most of our weapons go to His Grace, Lord Redrick. And that's as it should be. But it doesn't leave much for outsiders. We just don't have the iron. Okay. I'll find the supplies, don't worry. Then you have my thanks. You bring those supplies back, and I'll have plenty more to offer you. A discount to start. Oh, and if you find my workers, tell them to hurry it up, or they can take up farming instead. Awesome, but I haven't seen your bears yet.
Greetings.
I'd like to see your bears, please. Of course, you won't find fine or anything else, or anywhere else, obviously, because this is the only hall around, I don't know how far distance I could buy stuff. Right, let's sell stuff. I want to sell. I don't need all these bows, I suppose. So I'll sell this and this. And small shield. One of the daggers. I'll keep those. I'll keep one hide armor. Leather, leather. Loads of leather armor, so I'll keep those that are different. I'll keep these. Keep these. Can I sell it? Obviously I can. Bear hide is probably crafting. I don't know if I should keep those. Lots of torches and tattooed journal. Don't need the journal. Okay. Yeah. Do you have anything good, Dan? He has a great sword. I want to compare it to my great sword. It's rubbish. Really? Mine's better. Quarterstaff, monestaff, warbow, mace, saber, sword. He has a breastplate though. Medium armor. Compare it to the one I have. That's 8. That's 7. Okay. Slash, pierce, freeze. Pierce, burn, freeze. So that's against pierce. That's against slashing. Okay. Okay. Mail armor. Ooh, that's 9. That's slash and crush. And recovery speed is even slower. Okay, fine. Trade. Give me all the gold. Righto. Who's this guy? Ooh, story time. You see a man crouching. Superstitious and lone. Oh no, surreptitious and lone. Don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right, so sorry about that. A series of untamed shrubs, all that hides him from the vision ahead. His eyes are locked on a Delmgen, beautiful and terrible, eyes half-lidded as she hums. A bird with fantastic blue and orange plumage sits on her shoulder, trilling gently, and the man is entranced. Trembling, tentative, he stands, and the tranquility is broken by the bird's startled squawk. The Delmgen half smiles, beckoning with twig-like fingers. She does not speak as he approaches. His mouth is dripping sounds of awe and admiration. She waits, coy and tempting, and with agonizing slowness he is before her. Then, something changes. She sees something hanging limply from his side and begins to hiss, fingers suddenly claws and eyes black with hate. He has no time to reach for his axe or grimoire as she strikes, and just as soon as she strikes, she is gone, the only evidence of her existence, the shuddering wreck on the ground. He grabs at his grimoire nevertheless and begins to chant, but the words of a magical language of his own imagining, scribbled in a maniacal shorthand, ring hollow, and the silence continues unabated. He turns and shrugs at someone or something, but if there is something there, you do not see it. Oh. Interesting. How about you? Are you guys friends? You see a group of adventurers surrounded by a crowd of attacking Zaurips. This man is with them, seemingly unconcerned by the battle, even detached from it as he stands in the middle of his comrades, chanting, his expression bordering on elation. His voice is powerful and deep, booming across the combatants as a rich counterpoint to the chaos of their fight. With every phrase, the battlefield changes. His eyes glow with a pulsing blue light, freezing the Zaurips that surround them. A blazing pyre erupts from the ground, cutting and burning the creatures and sending them scattering. One of the fallen Zarif suddenly explodes as 3 giant grubs crawl from its corpse and attack the remaining enemies. The man continues to chant, thoroughly enthralled in the joy of the moment. Finally, the creatures have been reduced to 1. His allies stand back as the man approaches it, still chanting. He removes his hammer and swings it at the Zarif. His phrase ends as the hammer connects with its head, punctuating the spell and bringing his song to an end. Wow. Ouch. So he's a chanter. Okay, anyone else in here? Oh. There's a guard. And there's an apprentice. And a commoner. Okay. Interesting stories, guys. That's what I really love in this game. Is all this rich story behind it. It's like awesome. Alright, so we wanted to go... Actually, we wanted to go here. Right. Move quickly! Oh, right, this girl is Kalissa's sister, I think. If she mentioned it. I don't remember if she mentioned it or not. But she is the sister. Okay. The Dervido woman is standing in front of the fireplace, humming a quiet tune to herself. Or perhaps to her unborn child, for she is clearly quite pregnant. She turns her head slightly as you enter.
Welcome.
Well, finally, I was starting to think. The woman makes a startled noise once she turns around and sees you. Oh, I'm sorry. I was expecting someone else. She gives you a cautious smile. Can I help you? Oh yeah, she didn't tell us, but since I played this part already, I didn't know that she is the sister that asked our now dead companion to come here. I just arrived in Gilded Vale. I thought I'd get to know the locals. Were you with one of the caravans? She looks at you hopefully. Master Odemus, by chance? You knew Odema? Well, no more than most here, I'd say. He doesn't usually come this way. But they say he's a reliable old fellow. She pauses, brows furrowing. Wait, why do you say new? I'm sorry, but the caravan was attacked. I was the only one to survive. Alfra covers her mouth with a hand, eyes wide with horror. For a few moments she can manage nothing but a strangled, voiceless gasping, her eyes brimming with tears. I knew. I told her it was a dangerous path to take. Carissa was always so certain she could take on any danger. Oh, my poor little sister. I'm sorry, stranger. I can't believe she's gone. If only I hadn't called her here. If I hadn't written to her, she might still be alive somewhere. Carissa mentioned that she thought you needed help. Perhaps I can provide some assistance. That's kind of you to offer, but I don't know if I could impose this on you. It's not a small favor. Okay. Now I'm quite regretting saying that. Like, okay. I'm worried about the baby, about the legacy. I told Carissa as much as I could, but all I know is that for a long time now, every child born in Gilded Vale has been soulless, empty. It's happened to so many mothers, and Lord Dredrick, he's exiled all of them, calling it a sign of the gods' disfavor. With my Hathor gone, I don't know how I'd manage if I lost my home too. I hope Carissa could help me. They say Ranga, the old midwife, knows a way to prevent a child being hollowborn. But she moved south to Unslug's Compass 2 seasons ago. The journey's too far for me. I can't make it as I am. But I don't have anyone else now with Calissa gone. Please, can you help me? Oh, look. The 2 knights. Oh. That's so awesome. You need to play it again just to know what these are. It's a pregnant woman. We'll help her, although we are not knights, we are barbarians. But anyways, come on. It's a pregnant woman. I'll find Ragnar for you. You will? Oh. Gods bless you. Here, I'll give you coin to pay her bit. You needn't trouble yourself with that. I think it's a drink she favors out of... Well, I'm not sure. But it shouldn't be too much of a burden to carry back. Unslug's Compass is what we call the lagoon to the south. You'll have to cross the wilds to get there. That's what keeps me from trying it myself. Thank you again, truly. You'll be saving us both. Oh, damn it. What did I get myself into? Cat. Okay. You see 4 people gathered by the door to the inn. Their raised voices and chopping gestures suggest an argument reaching its climax. The first figure raises his hands for calm. His face is partially obscured by a hood, but his height and stature suggests an elf.
I meant no offense. Let's put this matter to rest over a round, shall we? My treat.
Hoping to soothe our pride with a few Adira coppers, eh? We don't need your coin.
One of the other men glares at the hooded elf. His eyes are red from drink, but his gaze is focused. You've got a lot of gall mocking us in our own village. We don't take ill treatment from foreigners, especially not Idrins.
Go on. Say it again. I'm itching for an excuse.
Fie, you're itching for the kindling touch of your sister, you cocksfeather!
I'll cut that barrel-licking tongue out of your head.
This is a misunderstanding. I didn't say whatever it is you think I said. We've nigh quarrel.
That's where you're wrong.
Oh my. I don't think attacking him is such a good idea. And why is that? Well, why would I say that? Although I love his humor, it was like, oh my. Because this will end badly. It sounds suspiciously like you are defending him. Oh. Am I? Maybe he's helping out. I do hope he's helping me out. Let's do this. Oh wow. Did I just crit both of them? Wow. Okay. As the last of the attackers fall, the elf turns to you. The tension almost gone from his sweet face.
Not quite how I hoped to get to know the neighbors. Thank you for your timely assistance with that awkward situation.
Actually, that was fun.
Then I can't imagine you lack for entertainment in these parts.
True. He straightens his hood and you note the remains of fraying embroidery on his gloves. His boots are caked with the dirt of many months' travel, but the leatherwork beneath it is sturdy and fine.
Well, I suppose introductions are in order after that little fiasco. Aloth Corvisor, at your service.
Okay, how did you manage to get stuck out here? That is something of a long story.
I'm a wizard by training, and an adventurer by necessity. I was born in the Seathwood, part of the mainland of the Adir Empire, and both of my parents served the nobility, which afforded me an education for which I am grateful. However, there were no open positions in those houses, and so I decided to seek new means in a new land.
Fair enough.
And how exactly did you come to be here?
I was traveling with a caravan, but we were separated near some ruins.
In Gwithan ruins? Oh, those can be dangerous places during the best of times, which these are not. And half the locals would arrest you for trespassing and the rest would kill you outright. I'm curious, what exactly did you find there?
A Bjervik.
And you survived? I've heard such a thing was impossible. But it seems you either have a knack for timing or the favor of the gods.
Both. So what are you doing in Gilded Vale?
An excellent question. I came looking for fresh air and cheap land. Instead, the magistrate gave me directions to the inn and a story about the local lord's expectant wife. But I take it that's a familiar tale.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm also a settler.
Indeed. In that case, welcome to Gilded Vale, a true refuge from civilization.
You don't exactly look like a settler.
Begging your pardon, but neither do you. Yet, circumstances can find a person in the strangest of places.
True. I should get going.
As should I, given recent events. It's just as well. I've had enough of the watered wine and lumpy beds at the inn. They say even the owner tired of the place. Just up and left one day. It explains quite a lot about the upkeep. Perhaps I could join you. I could use a change of scenery, and I find it's better to travel in numbers.
True. So do I. Let's go then.
Excellent. I shall follow you.
Cool. We have our new follower. Awesome. Let's lead these guys. Oh, they had money. That crit like 2 guys. Wow.
Gods keep you.
Hello and welcome to the innkeeper looks up. Oh, it's you. Tather told us what you did for him. It's such a relief to have him back. I can't thank you enough. Woohoo! Moderate positive. Consider yourself a favorite of the house. Discounts on drinks, rooms. Tamrit said he wanted to whip up something nice for you. He's already back to work in the kitchen. So what would you like? I could use some reliable help. Do you know of anyone looking for work? No, not really. Let's have a room. I'd like a room, please. Certainly, you're always welcome. Okay. You don't want a common room. So, we have the coins, so let's do +1 perception, +1 mechanics. Your sleep is restless and fevered, assaulted by hisses and whispers, blanketed with a suffocating anxiety. You open your eyes to awaken and find yourself in front of Gilded Vale's gallows tree, the creaking of its ropes growing louder in your mind until the sound is deafening. Hanging from the tree is an old dwarf woman whose face has shriveled inward like mouldering fruit. Her head hangs limply to one side. As you look at her, she looms larger and larger in your mind until she is mere inches from your face. Suddenly, her head snaps up and her eyes open, and they are empty, and behind them is a vast nothingness that makes your stomach drop. Her mouth slowly parts, and with a gust of rancid air she speaks a word. Watcher. You jolt awake, the foul smell of the dwarf woman's breath still permeating your nostrils. Sweat runs down your face in thick droplets and your skin is soaked from head to toe. You remember the woman. You remember seeing her decaying face when you spoke with the magistrate. He called her an animancer. Though it fills you with a new, queasy apprehension, you feel a strange compulsion to see this woman once more, if only to confirm she is truly dead.